Have you ever wondered why so many people today are walking around feeling exhausted, bloated, foggy-brained, and 10 years older than they actually are? And why, no matter how many supplements they take or healthy foods they switch to, nothing truly changes? Let me ask you something even more unsettling. What if the real problem isn't your diet, or your age, or your metabolism, but something happening deep inside your gut that almost nobody talks about? Something that people like Barbara O'Neill have warned about for years, yet most of us still ignore. Because the truth is, your gut isn't just a digestive system. It's your second brain, your internal pharmacy, the control center for your immune system, your hormones, your energy, your mood, literally everything. And when it starts malfunctioning, your entire life begins to fall apart, from how you sleep, to what you crave, to how fast you age. Today, I want you to imagine your gut like a massive, hidden ecosystem, one that's supposed to be thriving, with millions of friendly microbes working day and night to keep you alive and young and healthy. But now imagine that entire world collapsing. The workers are exhausted, the balance is broken, the environment is toxic, the communication signals are scrambled, the soil is depleted, and nobody warned you that the gut can silently fall apart long before symptoms appear. Nobody told you that stress, medications, ultra-processed foods, artificial sweeteners, antibiotics, alcohol, poor sleep, and even loneliness can devastate your gut microbiome long before you feel that first uncomfortable bloat or stomachache. Nobody told you that gut imbalances can mimic totally unrelated conditions: anxiety, depression, skin disorders, migraines, autoimmune flare-ups, weight gain that seems impossible to lose. And the most disturbing part, many people are living like this for decades without realizing that their gut has been screaming for help. So in today's video, we're diving deep into the truth that has been buried under convenience culture, fast food marketing, and misleading health fads. We're going to uncover the real science-backed gut health principles that people like Barbara O'Neill love talking about, but we're going to filter them through real evidence, real practicality, and real safety, so you can transform your energy, your digestion, your immune system, and yes, even your aging process from the inside out. And trust me, once you hear what I'm about to share, you'll never look at your body or your food the same way again. Let's start with something simple but profound. Your gut isn't just digesting food. It's digesting your entire life. Every stressful moment, every processed snack, every late night worry, every rushed meal, every medication, every hormone shift, it all passes through your gut first, and your gut reacts. Sometimes gently, sometimes violently. Years ago, scientists believed the gut was just a tube, a dumb digestive pipe. But now we know it's wired into every system in your body. It has its own nervous system, its own immune signaling network, its own ability to influence your mind through chemical messengers. This is why gut specialists often say, if you heal the gut, the body follows. And yet, most people still ignore the signs. They blame their age. They blame their genetics. They think feeling tired or bloated or inflamed is just normal. But it's not normal. It's common, but it's not normal. And the moment you understand how much power your gut has, that's the moment you begin taking your health back. Your gut is constantly talking to you, but it whispers first: gas, mild bloating, fatigue after meals, heartburn, constipation, random food sensitivities, little hints, tiny warnings. And what do most people do? They suppress the symptoms with antacids, painkillers, soda, coffee, or quick snacks. They numb the signals. But when you silence the body's whispers, it eventually screams. And those screams show up as chronic inflammation, metabolic slowdowns, autoimmune reactions, stubborn weight gain, mood disorders, and accelerated aging. Let me share something powerful with you. Every meal you eat is either feeding disease or feeding your gut microbiome. There is no neutral food. The bacteria in your gut get stronger or weaker depending on what you consume. If you give them fiber-rich foods, they produce healing compounds that repair your gut lining and reduce inflammation. But if you give them sugars and processed foods, the harmful bacteria thrive, multiply, and begin to dominate. And once the bad bacteria take over, your cravings shift, your mood shifts, your hunger cues change. You start wanting more sugar, more processed carbs, more comfort foods, not because you're weak, but because the bacteria in your gut are literally sending chemical messages to your brain telling you to feed them. This is why gut imbalance is so dangerous. It can hijack your habits, it can break your discipline, it can make you feel like you're fighting against your own body, because you are. Now think about this. Your gut lining is only one cell thick. One single cell. That's all that separates the outside world, the food you eat, from your bloodstream. And that lining gets damaged easily by alcohol, processed foods, stress hormones, and medications. When it becomes leaky, tiny particles escape into your bloodstream, triggering your immune system to go into panic mode. This is where inflammation begins. This is where autoimmune problems can develop. This is where aging accelerates. But most people don't connect the dots. They see the symptoms on the surface: joint pain, fatigue, skin irritation, poor immunity, and they treat the surface, but the root cause is often brewing silently in the gut. Let's go even deeper. Your gut is home to serotonin, dopamine, GABA neurotransmitters that regulate your mood, your sleep, your motivation, and your happiness. If your gut is inflamed, guess what? Those neurotransmitters don't get produced properly. This is why people with poor gut health often feel depressed, anxious, unmotivated, or mentally foggy. They think something is wrong with their mind, when in reality, something is wrong with the gut-brain connection. The gut sends signals to the brain every second of the day. And when that system is damaged, your mood collapses. Isn't it unbelievable how much your gut controls without you even realizing it? And yet, almost everything in modern life is working against it. Fast food, long work hours, emotional stress, lack of sleep, artificial ingredients, refined oils, antibiotics in the food supply, even chlorinated water, all of it impacts the gut microbiome. And when you stack those factors day after day, year after year, your gut becomes a war zone. But the good news, it can also rebuild, it can heal, it can regenerate. Your gut lining renews itself every few days. Your microbiome can shift within weeks, and your symptoms can begin to disappear faster than you expect once you give your gut what it truly needs. So what are the gut health principles that truly matter? Not the gimmicks, not the miracle cures, not the dramatic claims. I'm talking about real, powerful, foundational habits that restore gut balance from the inside out. For example, the simple power of feeding your gut prebiotic fiber like garlic, onions, oats, asparagus, apples, and bananas. These foods fuel your good bacteria. They act like fertilizer. When you eat them consistently, the good microbes multiply, colonize, and start outcompeting the harmful bacteria. And the moment your good bacteria reclaim the territory, inflammation drops, digestion improves, and energy rises. Then there's the role of fermented foods. And no, I'm not talking about sugary supermarket yogurts that pretend to be healthy. I mean real fermented foods: kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt with live cultures. These foods deliver living bacteria into your gut, reinforcements for the internal army that's trying to keep you alive. Most people don't realize how powerful fermented foods are. They help break down food, create enzymes, produce vitamins, and repair your gut lining. But our modern diet barely includes them anymore. Another overlooked truth is how damaging chronic stress is for your gut. Your body doesn't know the difference between emotional stress and physical danger. So if you're constantly stressed, your brain tells your digestive system to slow down, shut off, or malfunction. Stress hormones like cortisol can change your gut bacteria within hours. This is why people under stress experience bloating, cramps, nausea, constipation, diarrhea, or sudden food sensitivities. Your gut doesn't function under fear, it functions under safety. So, learning to calm your nervous system through breathing, movement, time in nature, or even slowing down during meals can reset your digestion more effectively than most supplements ever will. And let's talk about water. Not soda, not energy drinks, not juice-sized water. Your digestive enzymes, your stomach acid, your bowel movements, your microbial activity, they all depend on hydration. A dehydrated gut becomes sluggish, and inflamed. But the moment you bring hydration back, things begin flowing again, literally and metaphorically. Now, here's something most people don't know. Your gut bacteria eat what you eat, but they also respond to when you eat. If you're constantly snacking, constantly grazing, constantly eating late at night, your digestive system never gets a break. Your gut needs rest. Just like your muscles recover after exercise, your gut recovers between meals. Fasting windows aren't just about weight. They give your gut a chance to repair your lining, rebalance bacteria, and reset enzyme production. Even a simple 12-hour overnight fasting window can make a huge difference. But let me tell you, one of the biggest gut health secrets of all to one, almost nobody talks about. You need diversity, not just of foods, but of fibers, colors, plant compounds, textures, and nutrients. Your gut is an ecosystem. Ecosystems thrive on diversity. If you only eat chicken, rice, and broccoli, your gut microbes starve. If you eat the same 5 foods every week, your gut microbes shrink. But if you fill your plate with different fruits, veggies, herbs, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds, you activate different microbial communities that each perform different functions in your body. Diversity is how you build a resilient gut, and resilience is how you prevent disease. So imagine this. Imagine waking up with real energy, not caffeine-forced energy. Real energy coming from a body that's functioning properly. Imagine eating without bloating. Imagine thinking clearly without brain fog. Imagine sleeping deeply. Imagine losing weight because your hormones are cooperating instead of fighting you. Imagine having a mood that's stable, light, hopeful. Imagine skin that glows. Imagine inflammation disappearing. All of that begins in the gut. And most people will never experience that transformation because they never take their gut seriously. But you are here, you're listening, you're learning, and that already puts you ahead of the curve. So if you're ready to take action, real action starts small. Start with the basics. Start with simple swaps. Start with adding in foods rather than restricting yourself. Start with habits that support your gut instead of stressing it. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. You don't need extreme diets. You need balance. And you don't need to fear your food. You simply need to understand it, because at the end of the day, your gut wants to heal you. It wants to keep you young. It wants to protect you. But it can only do that if you support it. And once you do, everything changes. Your gut becomes your ally. Your digestion becomes effortless. Your cravings normalize, your metabolism stabilizes, your mind clears, your body calms, and you finally feel like yourself again, maybe for the first time in years. So the question now is simple. Are you ready to stop ignoring what your gut has been trying to tell you? Are you ready to take back your health from the inside out? Because if you are, then you're already on the right path. Keep learning, keep experimenting, keep listening to your body, and most of all, keep going. Your gut is your foundation, and once you rebuild that foundation, you rebuild your entire